welcome back to my salon. How are you? Have you been? How's it going, Tiffany? You look stunning. You look gorgeous. I want to kiss you on your face, but I won't do it because I know that you're uncomfortable, so it's fine. It's fine. Today we're going to be talking about horror that's coming out in 2024. Now, let me know also down below if you know of any books that I didn't mention that you think I would be into, or if like you're really into one book. I want to know like why. Please, I want to know. People in the comments want to know. Just tell us, okay? Stop being stingy and just tell us. Let's get right down to brass tacks, okay? Let's talk about a little book that I heard about called The Lamplighter by Crystal J. Bell. This is coming out May 21st. Depending on when you're seeing this video, like maybe a week, maybe like a day away. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. First of all, Tiffany, look. Do you see this? Do you see this cover? It's literally stunning. So in this book, we're following this girl named Temperance. And you're like, oh my God, Temperance is like a God-fearing woman girl. Like she's a girl's girl. The thing about Temperance as well is she lives in this place called Warbler. It's like a whaling village where they whale. For whales or whatever. Anyway, Temperance lives in this village. Her dad has this job where he's like the lamp post person. Wait, what is it called? Like literally just the title of the book. Her dad is the lamplighter. Because in this village also like these weird disappearances keep happening. So people think and feel like the person who's the lamplighter has this like job of protection and safety, and like the lamplighter is very important because they illuminate the dark, you know, where people usually go missing, people usually vanish in the dark, but if there's like the lamplighter, they're fine, nothing bad can happen. Very, very sadly, little Temperance's father, little papa, he offs himself. Ooh, he kills himself. It's like not a good vibe. Temperance kind of feels that way. She's like, I'm not really having the best time. It's pretty awful. But then they're like, okay, Temperance, well, since your dad literally is dead, R.I.P., you get to be the lamplighter. Congratulations, yay. Everyone's like, woo. But then also like the authorities, like the village higher ups, I don't know what to call them, the mayors maybe, I don't know. They're like, Temperance, you're a woman. And so like the fact that we're like letting you be lamplighter is actually kind of crazy because you're like a tiny little woman with like a tiny little bird brain. And personally, I fucking hate women. I hate women. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to like take this away from you as like much as I possibly can, just so you know. Temperance has this job now as the lamplighter. She's holding that lamp, okay? She's trying her best. Assuming also grieving for her father who fucking died. Even with Temperance in this position as the lamplighter, people still go fucking missing. The mayor or like whoever, like these higher ups are like, you're stupid because you're a woman, and also we hate you because you're a woman or whatever. People are still going missing, and Temperance is like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. It says, as more villagers vanish under her watch, Temperance discovers unsettling truths about famous warbler figureheads and her own beloved father. But her warnings of a monster are ignored, even by her own family, as she faces the choice to look the other way or risk speaking out and possibly dooming herself and her sister to be among the lost. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tiffany. I saw the cover and I added it to this list. I really didn't even like read the description. I just saw the cover and I was like, that's bad as fuck. That's hard as fuck. I'm glad I did actually, because it sounds like my kind of thing. I love a story about a girl in the clutches of the patriarchy, dodge and weave between misogyny. I love that kind of shit. And then also like this like creepy village with these people going missing. Maybe there's a monster, maybe it's the figureheads. It sounds like so much fun. Next up we have Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker Martin. This comes out June 11th. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I'm always honest with you, Tiffany. I didn't read, what the fuck was it called? Her last one. Manhunt. I didn't read Manhunt just because I heard so many bad things about it. Literally no one liked it. That hurt me. If I'm being honest with you, Tiffany, that hurt me because I was very excited for that book. It's just based on the cover. I'm hoping that like Gretchen can fucking pull it through, because like I'm hoping that Gretchen can just like put her whole pussy into it. Her book pussy. Not to be derogatory. Her book pussy. I want that for her. And listen, this book sounds simple, sounds pretty cut and dry. We have a bunch of gay kids. We got a bunch of kids. They're all queer, you know? I don't know if they're like gay, trans, asexual, whatever. I don't know. And it says, and I quote, something evil is buried deep in the heart. It wants your body and it wears your skin. Let's go back in time, okay? Let's go back into the past. It's 1995. People are like, yes, oh my God, Jurassic Park came out like a few years ago and it was really cool. It's 1995. And we have these 7 kids being dropped off at this camp. They're all also pretty gay. We got a few little gabies on our hands. Get dropped off at this camp, which happens to be a conversion camp. It's not great. It's really not great. These kids came face to face with it. They survived this conversion camp, right? It's called Camp Resolution. Everybody leaves a different person. And then we go back into the future, 16 years later. All of these people are now adults, scarred and broken, really, by what they experienced that year in 1995 at that fucking camp. The way that I'm seeing it is like these people 16 years later are coming face to face once again with whatever they faced at the camp. And it's like this question of like, now the stakes are so much higher. And if they don't defeat it, perhaps the world will end, something will happen to everybody. I'm excited. I'm excited for this book. I really hope Gretchen just put her back into it. You know, I really want that for her. I want this one to be like a huge success. Like, I kind of feel bad because I think I still own Manhunt. I've never read it. Should I read Manhunt? Let me know down in the comments if you liked Manhunt and if I should read Manhunt. Please tell me. Okay, now we have this book, which I just heard about recently, and it's called We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. This comes out June 18th. Once again, I saw this cover. I saw this fucking cover, and I thought, put that in my pussy. Isn't a library just like a bigger book pussy? Do books have pussies? I'm gonna stop asking questions. We used to live here. It also says that it's a mixture of Turn of the Key and Parasite. Personally, I fucking love both of those things. So I'm in. The premise, Tiffany, is crazy. This queer couple, Charlie and Eve. Charlie and Eve have moved into this house. They're the kinds of people who like flip houses or whatever. They got this house for a fucking deal, okay? They got it for like dirt cheap. They're like amazed. So they get to this house and they're living there and they're working on it, whatever. And one day they get a knock on the door. Eve opens the door. Outside is this guy with his children. I think there's like 2 children. And then this guy is like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I actually used to live in this house when I was younger. We're in the neighborhood and I was telling my kids about it. If I could just show the kids around the house and like, I know that this is like a weird thing and you can obviously say no, like there's no pressure. You don't even know me really. I'm just a stranger, but I used to live here and I had like so many memories and I would just love to show the kids around, and if that's at all possible. She is uncomfortable with this, right? She's thinking to herself, like, this guy kind of has like a weird vibe. These kids, I don't know these fucking kids. You know, it's like 6 p.m. or something. You know, dinner's going to be ready soon. And also, how awkward is it to like ask people you don't know to leave your house? Like what if they do come in and then they outstay their stay? At the same time, Eve is very much a people pleaser. She says, of course, my home is your home, basically. Welcomes him in, which I think is actually crazy. Like if somebody came to my apartment and was like, I used to live in this apartment. Gosh, I'm like, no, you cannot. This is not your apartment anymore. As these strangers enter the home, uncanny and unexplainable things start happening. First of all, one of the children goes missing. Like one of his children goes missing in the house. Again, like Eve was afraid of happening, the family can't seem to take a no for an answer. They can't seem to cut this visit fucking short. When Charlie suddenly vanishes, their partner, Eve slowly loses her grip on reality. Something is terribly wrong with the house and with the visiting family. Bro. Bro, first of all, you had me at queer young couple. Have you ever seen the movie Mama? Is that what it's called? Maybe it's just called Mom. I can't remember. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like, it's very weird. I'm assuming it's going to be like abstract, like nonsensical. I'm so excited, bro. The next book we have is The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. I'm so excited. We will be reading this for my Patreon in July, my birthday month, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. In The Eyes Are the Best Part, we have Ji-won. Ji-won, her life is slowly crumbling, slowly falling apart. We've got, I think, her father leaving because of some kind of like extramarital affair. Her sister is hurt and confused. Her mother is distraught. Ji-won's grades in university are slipping. Not only that, but she keeps having these dreams, these horrifying dreams that she finds scary, but also kind of enticing. In these dreams, she finds herself in a room filled with eyeballs. These like blue eyes. She walks through bloody rooms full of eyes, succulent blue eyes, salivating blue eyes. The eyes the same shape and shade as George's, who is Uma's obnoxious new boyfriend. I'm assuming that maybe Uma is her sister? George is this awful, horrible guy who's dating one of her family members, and he has overstayed his fucking welcome. Overstayed. He's the kind of guy who likes to humble brag, so he talks a lot about his like high profile job and how he's so fucking important, blah, 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 blah. They go out to eat and he'll like ogle the waitresses, the Asian waitresses, so it like seems kind of like he has like a fetish for Asian women, which is fucking weird, but okay. Not only that, he will act super condescending towards Ji-won and her sister. Ji-won knows that George doesn't deserve their kindness, their apartment, their company, that he doesn't deserve much of anything. No matter how many victims accumulate around her campus or how many people she must deceive and manipulate, Ji-won's hunger and her rage deserve to be sated. Bro, it sounds so good. It honestly kind of reminds me a little bit of like Mayfly. It's like kind of like this book of a girl just fucking losing it. And I love it. I hope it's so good. It's gonna be so good. It has to be. If it's not, that's crazy. The next book we have is Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman, which does come out June 25th. Let's be real. Let's talk to each other, okay? I'm not like going crazy for any time Josh Malerman releases a book. I really liked Bird Box. I think that was the only book of his I read. I really liked Bird Box. I bought, I think, a few other of his books. I haven't actually read them yet, but this one appealed to me simply because the cover was kind of freaky deaky. This is about this girl named Bella. Bella is 8 years old and she lives with her family. They're just a normal family. She lives with her mom, daddo, and grandma. They live in this house. Everything's fine. And in this book, we're learning things through Bella's perspective. We know also that there is this other person, not even really a person, this entity called the other mother, coined by Bella, this young girl. I'm pretty sure Bella is the only one who can see the other mother or the other mommy. This woman, this other mommy, asks Bella the same question every single day. She asks her, "Can I go inside your heart?" You know, Bella every day refuses, says, "No, you cannot." Absolutely not. Smart kid. When horrifying incidents around the house keep happening, Bella starts to realize that the other mommy is getting tired of these no's, is getting restless. And so she kind of thinks to herself, she kind of knows that like, if she keeps refusing this other mommy, bad things are going to happen. Only the bonds of family can keep Bella safe, but other incidents show cracks in her parents' marriage. The safety Bella relies on is about to unravel, but the other mommy needs an answer. Very rarely, I feel, you see books from the point of view of children, at least horror books from the point of view of children. So I'm excited to read this, even if, I don't know how I feel about Josh Malerman. Next up, we have this book called The Midnight Rooms, or just Midnight Rooms, by Danye Coles, and this comes out July 2nd. This cover? You could convince me of anything. You could literally suck my soul out. And I think I would be like, cool, it's for the book. Like, it's meant to happen. This book takes place in 1840 in England, okay? And we're following this girl named Arabella Mumthorpe. Arabella Mum, I can't say it. Anyway, one day, she's kind of just living her life, whatever. This guy shows up at her family's door and he's like, "Hey, I want to marry Arabella. Like, it's not like a big deal. I just want to marry her. She's just like really cool to me." And they're all kind of like suspicious because like Arabella comes from like a poor family, really has nothing going on. She's the daughter of a white man and a black woman. It's a bit suspicious, but he's like, "Listen, I'm this like rich guy. I have all this money. She'll never want for anything. Like, it's totally chill. Like, I just want to marry her." You know, her uncle, who has many, many debts, is like, yes, please marry her. We would love that. Congratulations. This new bride, Arabella, moves in quickly to his house, which is called Coring Hill Manor. And when she gets there, she's expecting, because he really built himself up. He was like, I'm this rich guy, I just have rich money things or whatever. So she's expecting like this house that's like luxury and beautiful and grandeur or whatever. And she gets there and it's crumbling, decaying, old, falling apart. Suspicious and weird. But her new husband is so fucking nice. This guy is like kind, sweet, loving. Like, not only that, he really reassures her, like, you will never want for anything. Promise, cross my heart, hope to die. So she takes that in. She's like, okay, you know what? I trust you. I trust you. And yet there is a darkness deep within this house. She finds that some rooms are sort of like hidden away, rooms are locked, and she finds as well that she too is sort of becoming engulfed by the darkness of this house. Again, we have like a very like gothic, a very like haunted house kind of moment. After dinner one day, dizzy and drowsy, she falls into a fitful sleep filled with macabre dreams and is awoken by a blood-curdling scream. And in the morning, she rises from her bed covered in mysterious bruises. And she doesn't know what the fuck happened. She's terrified. She's confused. And she begins to question whether her dreams are dreams or reality. Like where those two things begin and end. Arabella starts to feel as though the more times that she spends at Coring Hill Manor, the more she's losing a part of herself. The more that the house itself is taking from her. The cover, the fucking premise, I'm sorry, hello? I want that so badly, immediately, right now. And then we have what I'm really fucking excited for, Wilderness Reform by Matt Query and Harrison Query. I fucking loved, as you know, their first book. I fucking loved Old Country. So when I saw that this was coming out, hello, I needed it. This book seems to be about this boy named Ben. Ben is being sent to this like juvenile camp. You know how like people like back in the day, and also I think still, like wake up their kids and fucking kidnap their children and like send them off to fucking weirdo camps and shit where they teach them like discipline. It's like that, right? So Ben gets sent to one of those camps, and Ben gets there and he's just fucking suspicious because these counselors, these people who are like supposed to be caring for them, way too happy, way too upbeat. It's like unsettling how optimistic these people are. Ben can tell that there's an undercurrent of menace within these people. He then also meets the other kids, I think boys. Yeah, the other boys in his cabin. And he soon discovers that they each have far more going for them than whatever crime landed them there. And he realizes that each of these kids also have like certain specific sort of skills that combined can really like help them get out of this fucking camp, get out of whatever the fuck is going on. So it seems like the camp is kind of like evil, and then he's gonna try to get out of the camp or escape the camp. I'm excited, bro. I really loved Old Country, and I would read anything else from these dudes, honestly, because I loved Old Country that much. I'm very excited. This one comes out July 2nd. The last book we're going to talk about is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. This comes out July 9th. In this book, we're following this actor named Misha. Misha knows that Hollywood is hell, like a hellscape. But finally, it's happening. Misha is getting his Oscar nom. This is like when the executives, the producers are like, okay, we have just the thing to like kickstart, to really like push up, to really amp your career. And that is to kill off the gay character for the algorithm in the upcoming season finale. And Misha refuses. As soon as he sees it, he's like, no, we cannot do that. We can't do that. It's funny that you think we can do that, but we can't fucking do that. But then afterwards, he realizes that he's really put a target on his back by really confronting the powers that be. And what's worse, really, is that the monsters from his old movies and TV shows seem to be stalking him and his friends throughout LA. Haunted by his past, Misha must risk his entire future before the horrors from the silver screen find a way to bury him for good. I fucking loved Camp Damascus. Fucking loved it. Anything, once again, Chuck Tingle is another guy who I'm like, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read whatever else this guy puts in my hands. I'm okay with it. It sounds so good. My friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for being here today, for, just hanging out and being cool or whatever. I just had so much fun. It's always so good seeing you. Why don't we hang out more? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know down below what you thought of these books. If you have other books that you're excited for, please tell me. And yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe, because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about being a lamplighter and burying our gays and shit. Because have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next one. It was so good seeing you. You're literally stunning and gorgeous and beautiful. You fucking better believe it. Okay, love you. Goodbye, goodbye.
Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say